Hi everybody, this little video is on the power of nature and how nature is communicating with us all of the time. I had a lovely experience this morning. I was bringing my sister's dog for a walk, and as I was putting on his lead, this butterfly just flew out of nowhere. And I was kind of taken aback because I was like, where did it come from? And it went to rest just on the floor. And I was putting the lead on the dog, and we were just about to go. And I was like, do you know what? I'll put the butterfly outside. So I put the butterfly onto my hand, and I went outside, closed the door, and rested the butterfly on like kind of the ledge outside. But the butterfly had like closed its wings. And as I was putting the butterfly on the ledge, I had left it there and I was like, I'll keep going. And then I got this little message that no, the butterfly needs something. And then I was like, Ciara, what the hell? But anyway, so I put the butterfly back into my hand and I just kind of closed my fist. And I was just like really, really gently. And I was just put the intention that the butterfly would receive whatever it needed. And then I kind of opened it again and something told me, don't don't put the butterfly back down. The butterfly needs to stay on your hand for a little bit. But this time I kept my hand open like this. And I was like, right, let's go for a walk. So I brought the dog. The dog was in one hand, the butterfly was in the other hand, and I was just leaving it there. And the more I looked at it and the more I noticed it, I could see that three of its legs were like fine, and one of its legs didn't look okay. So I kind of closed my fist again really gently, so it still could have like flew away if it wanted to. And I just was like, just putting the intention that was sending some lovely healing magic to the butterfly. And at this stage, I was still walking. And then the butterfly opened its wings and I just left my hand like this. And I was like, all right. And I just thought it was going to fly away. Now I looked at its little legs again, and the leg that kind of looked a bit funny um kind of started to look different, but the butterfly didn't fly away. So I was like walking and I had a butterfly like this, just with its wings open, and the dog. And in my head, I was like, this is so funny. I couldn't take a photo because I had no hands. But then I started to notice the leg again, and all of a sudden the leg started to look like the other leg. And I had gone a little bit, like I had walked a little bit by now. It must have been about 5 or 6 minutes. And then all of a sudden, then the butterfly just flew away. And I was like, wow, like the butterfly knew exactly like what it needed. Um, and I suppose for me, it was like that listening. Like I was giggling then at one stage, walking around like with this butterfly in one hand and the dog. And I was like, oh my God, goodness. Like, if I met someone I knew and I'm in the town, like, and they'd be like, geez, your one's gone to Australia and she's come back with a pet butterfly. But literally, it was none of my business. Like, it was about listening to those little nudges that made no sense. But like, it felt like when the butterfly flew away and its leg was okay, I was like, oh my goodness, I was buzzing. I was like, literally just, I don't know, it brought me something. And then I was like, even like the world we live in, everything's so quick, and like we can get information so quick and everything's so fast. And like, even for me, like that butterfly was like patience. The butterfly needed to like put in its wings, it needed to rest, needed to recuperate, and then it flew away at the right time, not instantly. And for me, like nature is an extension of us. Like, you know, we might think that butterfly is, oh, it's only a butterfly. But like when we zoom out of us and we look at us from like, I don't know, the top of the earth or whatever you want to, if we were looking down, we're only a little speckle as well. Do you know, like, and I just think we can learn so much from nature. Um, and that there's always messages for us. Whether we want to see them is up to us. Um, But yeah, it was just really nice. And I suppose that's it. It's always focusing on the feeling. I suppose the presence, like that butterfly brought me presence. And I think that's what nature can really do for us in this busy, crazy, fast paced world. Nature is always there. And I remember years ago being in the forest. And I always remember this because I was kind of like I did a course like years ago, and they used to tell us about all different types of trees and all different the magic like all those trees hold, because different trees um hold different different magic. And like the hawthorn tree is like really good for like your heart and stuff. When I was in the forest, I was like trying to like use my mind to be like, oh my God, what tree is that? What tree is that? What tree is that? And then I like couldn't remember. And I was like, I did this course. They taught us about all the trees. I honest to God couldn't. It was like it wouldn't stick. It was like the learning wouldn't stick. And then I was like, oh my God, like, do you know, I was kind of like being hard on myself, like, why don't I learn like everyone else, or why can't? And I swear to God, I literally heard the trees talking to me, and they were like, Ciara, it doesn't matter to us. Like, we don't care. We don't care whether you know. Like, we're just trees in the scheme of the forest. We're all here and we're all doing what we need to do. But like, that does not matter. Like, that's like a label. We're just a tree. Like, do you know? It was more like, and I remember like, oh my goodness. So, and if you love nature, I think you'll get that. But anyway, that was my little thing about my little walk with the butterfly and the dog. But yeah, be in nature, let nature communicate with you, the elements, work with them. And yeah, you're a beautiful extension of nature. And the more that we can work together or be in flow, the easier our life will be. But also, like, we're here for a reason. And I think the earth needs and humanity needs right now for us to be connected and to slow down and, yeah, send in loads and loads of love.